All right, guys, today we've got carbon fiber and polymer manufacturing. We've got new jobs, Boeing, Formnext, and Rolls Royce. It's gonna be a good one here on Vision Miner 3D Printing News, so let's get into it. All right, starting out today, we've got how this company saved a full shift and how 3D printing in carbon fiber polymers have saved Swift Tool hours of time. So Swift Tool Precision is a precision machining company out in the UK, and they specialize in nuclear, defense, aerospace, oil and gas, and even medical parts for big companies like Rolls Royce in aerospace, Rolls Royce Nuclear, Baker Hughes, and other huge, big prime customers. So their goal is to be the #1 manufacturing company in the UK, but in order to do this, they have to be agile. Rob Emerton, an engineer there, says, customers expect a short lead time, and having additive manufacturing, we can prove our programs and processes before actually manufacturing the parts, bringing down lead times and improving the business. So they print a lot of different materials from ULTEM and the high temps to CFNylon and even ASA for different fixtures and jigs, from CMM machines to press brakes and tooling of all kinds. They say it significantly reduced the amount of time it takes to get fixtures, as they can print it on the machine overnight and have it ready the next day. Frankly, this is saving them days of production time compared to the original manufacturing methods. So they're specifically using the polymer stuff now to prepare for the future of additive in metal for end-use parts. Now, as any company would be, they were skeptical in the beginning, but once they got the machines in and started using them, they literally saw ROI within months. And that's the power of 3D printing right now in production. It's incredible what you can do. And not only is it faster, but it's more cost effective. So, it's good stuff, get into it. Moving right along, we've got 3D printing jobs in the industry. A lot of you guys out there use your 3D printers and you're wondering, how can I get into this industry so that I can be part of this future and this movement and actually get a job doing it? Well, All3DP has released an excellent list and we're gonna go through it right now. We'll start out with printer manufacturers for production, design, and development. I mean, Prusa is well known for having a fleet of employees to assemble the printers, to make the filament, all kinds of different stuff. We've got materials creation and development, everything from material scientists to companies like Hashbox, ColorFab, and Protopasta that manufacture filaments. And now the big companies like BASF and IGUS, they're all getting into it, focusing more on the performance and engineering materials. We've got print services. They're popping up everywhere these days. And even small metalworking shops have 3D printers in there, and they need somebody to operate those machines. So if you've got a 3D printer at home, you're already ahead of the competition because you understand what a first layer is supposed to look like. Here, we're always looking for talented people who are passionate about this stuff, and frankly, they're still pretty hard to find. So you need to put yourself out there and get into it. Next, we've got architecture. Now, most architecture is already designed in 3D modeling, so taking that over to a 3D printer, you've got your thing and you can show it off to your clients like that. Next, we've got construction. And now, obviously, you need people to monitor and maintain and operate these giant construction machines. So you're still 3D printing a building, but it's not as if there's nobody on the job helping out. Next, we've got dentistry. Now, most of you have probably been to the dentist's office and seen that big orange box in the back. It's very common these days. And, they're using it for final prosthetics and orthotics like aligners or surgical guides. In education, we've got elementary schools. Instructors learning how to use the machines and operate them so that they can help people in the libraries that now have 3D printers. And we've even got high schools and middle schools designing entire curriculums around the workshop-based or even electronic courses featuring 3D printing. Heck, if you're in one of those STEM programs, a lot of our interns have come from the robotics teams and the STEM programs at local schools. So if you're in that, there's a good chance you could get hired at one of your local 3D print shops. Hospitals, they're customizing medical implants, like hip replacements and surgical guides, requiring special 3D modeling and printing processes. And then we've got laboratories testing bioprinting techniques down to tools used in the lab. There's a lot of potential inside labs. Next, we've got courtrooms, the legal side of things. I mean, this is kind of a new area where they need experts to defend, protect, and interpret the law. Now, whether this is Star Wars models being available and then being taken down off Thingiverse, or 3D printed guns. There's a lot to do in the land of legalities. Next, we've got the fashion and wearables industry. Now, this is anything from clothing to shoes to accessories, garments, and even jewelry. Big name brands like Adidas and Nike and New Balance are all already heavily invested in 3D printing, with 3D printed shoes coming out. And this barely scratches the surface of what's really going on. And as mentioned, jewelry. This has been huge, especially in SLA 3D printing, making tiny, detailed little things that are extremely hard to craft, but you can 3D print them out and then investment cast them or other techniques, and it's really shaking up the industry, making new things possible. Next, we've got kitchens. Now, while we don't have the Star Wars replicators yet, there are a lot of different companies based in food 3D printing, and there's even some restaurants like Food Inc. that only serve 3D printed food. You could even end up working at Boeing. Definitely check out some of those jobs, and while you're at it, hit that like button because it helps the YouTube algorithm help us reach more people. Moving right along, we've got Boeing releasing a video of their new additive manufacturing center. The aerospace giant just released a video from inside their Auburn site in Washington State. The Boeing Additive Manufacturing Fabrication Center, or the BAM, was established to further the company's efforts to develop repeatable, stable, and reliable additive manufacturing processes and meet certification and qualification requirements to increase additive in the production of flyaway parts and systems. So Boeing is now printing aluminum and titanium parts on 9 metal powder bed machines hosted inside a 32,000 square foot room, which also has laboratory equipment. The center also has giant polymer printing for tooling at a large scale. The LSAM system from Thermwood has a 20-foot print bed that can print tooling as large as 10 feet wide, 20 feet long, and 5 feet tall. We even sell one of these machines, the BAM, B-A-A-M, from Cincinnati, so if you're into that, definitely check it out and give us a call. They've also got a load of FDM-style polymer machines. They can print tooling and tools and parts such as ducts, brackets, and interior parts. There's even office space above the factory floor, which is intended to increase the collaboration between the engineers and the machine operators. Moving right along, we've got Formnext Connect. We had a great event with 3D natives last week, an online virtual expo for 3D printing. But next one coming up, if you missed that, is Formnext Connect. It's taking place between November 10th and 12th of this year, and it's definitely something you won't want to miss. So Formnext is one of the largest professional meetings for the additive industry, and even if it's 100% virtual due to the COVID crisis, the event's going to do its best to meet the expectations set by the in-person event. So basically you can register with your interests, and an AI algorithm is going to connect you with the right companies, or you can select the companies you like. In this way, many of the random meetings from walking around the trade show floor will be replaced with scheduled meetings specific to your wants and needs, and that's going to end up giving exhibitors more qualified leads and wasting less time in general. Plus, you can go to any of their booths at any time and watch pre-recorded videos and presentations on whatever it is you're interested in. So we've got over 100 exhibitors this year as usual, and many of the normal players will be there, from 3D Systems, Carbon, EOS, Formlabs, GE Additive, HP, Markforged, Siemens, SLM Solutions, Stratasys, and many more. For more information, check the link in the description below, and this is definitely something you'll want to attend if you're interested in the entire industry as a whole. Based on my experience at the Additive virtual event last week, it's going to be a great time. I was really surprised at how effective it was, and I had my coffee machine right next to me. I wasn't walking around for 3 days. While I do enjoy that, it was a pretty cool experience. Of course, nothing's ever going to beat the free food carts at the real events. That is one of the best things. But what's the best thing of all? This year you can actually attend for free. That's right. Go ahead, go register, check it out. It'll be really cool. Next, we've got the new Rolls Royce Ghost Extended, integrating multiple 3D printed parts for increased legroom. I'm 6'4", I would love that. So the new vehicle really went the extra mile to develop unique part geometries to increase legroom without compromising the car's style. In order to do this, the British car company made extensive use of 3D printed parts. For example, they integrated sophisticated bodywork forms, which are only achievable through advanced generative design and 3D printing. This is the first time this technology has been incorporated within a component production facility, and combined with Rolls-Royce and their unmatched craftsmanship, I think it definitely worked. For the Ghost Extended, beam-melted metal components are welded to the body, while parts made by multi-jet fusion and selective laser sintering are individually fitted at the Rolls-Royce HQ. So additive technologies have helped them offer the most rear legroom in a 4-seat sedan, with the exception of the Phantom Extended. providing more rear comfort with no compromise to driving dynamics. For the first time, a reclining Serenity seat can be selected, adding a new dimension of rear seat comfort akin to a business jet cabin environment. To enhance this, a champagne fridge was added between the two rear seats, developed with exacting attention to the needs of a Rolls Royce client. They learned that the optimum serving temperatures for non-vintage champagne is around 6 degrees centigrade and vintage champagne is just around 11 degrees centigrade. So, of course, the refrigerator has two modes, 6 degrees and 11 degrees. This has absolutely nothing to do with 3D printing, but champagne, anyone? And moving right along into the news blitz, we've got some really cool stuff happening every week, so make sure to subscribe and let's get into it. We've got Additive Drives getting an investment from AM Ventures to 3D print better electric engines. We've got Velo3D launching their new Sapphire XC and Sapphire Gen 2 3D printers, along with technical specifications and pricing. We've got a video on Velo3D's metal technology, and it's really cool. You should definitely check that out. We've got X1 Sand 3D printing network launching, giving manufacturers access to industrial binder jetting. If you don't know what sand-based industrial binder jetting for metal 3D printing is, this is one you want to check out. We've got Henkel verifying the Loctite materials for Carbon's DLS 3D printing process. And that means we've got Henkel's new Loctite materials, which are super robust engineering materials for SLA and DLS and all that stuff. Being qualified, and you can now print them on the Carbon machines. We've got Lockheed Martin picking Relatively Space and their technology for an experimental NASA mission. We've got Braskem America launching an e-enabled chapter to make polypropylene 3D printed prosthetics. We've got MTC investing in X-Jet Carmel 1400C to bolster the industry's ceramic additive manufacturing capabilities. And US Defense awarding 6K $1 million to convert critical scrap metals into AM powder. And this is where they're going to go through old planes and old parts and basically turn all that titanium and aluminum high quality metals used in old aerospace stuff to turn it into powder for metal 3D printing. So this week's community/customer spotlight is Pumpkin Space Systems. So over the last few weeks, we've worked with these guys to make an electronics enclosure out of ULTEM and carbon fiber PEEK. So basically, we've got these parts here, and we printed them on all kinds of different orientations on a few different machines and in a few different technologies. And we're going to review in a complete video coming out soon exactly how we did it, what the best options were, everything from printing to the support removal. It's one you won't want to miss, so make sure you're subscribed. When it comes out, you'll be the first to know. And as always, send in your photos or videos of what you're doing in your business, and we'll feature it on one of the upcoming episodes. We also like featuring the funniest comment, so you guys should totally get down there and make a joke. Anyway, here at Vision Miner, we specialize in machines and polymers that are in the high temperature, high performance range. So we print them in a service and we sell the machines and tools and accessories to make it easy for you to do the same. Whether you're a small business or a multinational corporation, we've got the resources to help you out. You can check out our website at visionminer.com. Give us a call. We're here in sunny Southern California and we love hearing from you. Anyway, have a positive rest of your day and I'll see you on the next video.